Iraq, as you know, the ISIS leader killed in a US raid at the weekend. That led Nigel Farage to ask the president about UK fighters for ISIS who travelled from this country to join them, sometimes to fight, in other cases, including the case of Shamima Begum, to marry. This is what the president said.
We offered to give the ones from UK back to UK, and they don't want them. We offered France, we offered Germany. Well, this is what I mean. We captured them.
Yep.
We've got them. The Beatles we have, the Beatles. We have two of the Beatles. They were the worst. And they came from your territory, and you guys, possibly incredibly smart, but, maybe not. You didn't want to take them back. So, as usual, the United States gets stuck with it, and we're handling it in a certain way. So, we're watching it very carefully.
Can we expect you to send them back to us?
Well, we would. If you take them, you guys, you don't want them back. Nobody wants them, They'll say, hey, let the United States take care of them. They take care of everything else. Let them take care, which isn't fair. We offered France, Macron. We offered Angela, Germany. Many of these people came from Germany, France, UK. And they all were so happy when we captured them. I said, good, now you can take them back and try them. And I think they maybe didn't hear the statement. They didn't want to hear it.
Donald Trump speaking to Nigel Farage earlier, saying we would send them back. Tasneem Akunji is a lawyer representing the family of the jihadi bride Shamima Begum. Welcome back to the programme tonight, Mr. Akunji. You're going to be put in an odd position here of, I presume, agreeing with the President of the United States, not necessarily something that you've done before.
Well, to quote Donald Trump about Donald Trump, he's like a very smart person. So in this case, I would say that even a broken clock is right twice a day. And on this occasion, that he's right. At the end of the day, why should the Americans have to resource the capture of these people and then the maintenance and the trials of these people when actually they are the citizens of other places, and those places ought to be burdening themselves with the actions of their citizens.
If it is the case, though, as it is for your client, and I know that this is something that, or the family of your client, I know that this is something that is being contested, but if she's got dual citizenship, why should the UK be responsible?
Well, the question then becomes, in the same scenario as Jack Letts or Shamima Begum, where the Home Secretary's opinion that she is the citizen of another country, well, that country has been very clear in that she had no nexus with them whatsoever. By that I mean she'd never even travelled there, let alone had a passport or any sort of citizenship documents. And they contest that on the proper reading of the totality of their laws, that she isn't a citizen at all. Mm-hmm. So, Bangladesh, one presumes, is to be trusted to know their laws better than our then Home Secretary, a man of Pakistani origin, who forms an opinion on Bangladesh's own domestic laws in order to achieve a goal that he clearly had set his mind to in any event.
Well, we'll wait and see when the court case comes to its conclusion.
Indeed.
Why then would you not want to see the UK have the same kind of laws around terror legislation and perhaps even the same legal system as the United States that, as you know, could be argued to be rather more draconian than ours?
Well, in terms of whether a legal system ought to be more harsh or more accommodating of individuals, that's a matter for parliamentarians, surely, in terms of
but
how we
part of the reason is the reason why the UK doesn't want them back, because there might be an inability to try them, as the President of the United States suggested he would do with those two men from the, quote, group Beatles, but we might not be able to. So do you want to see a strengthening of our terror laws to make us able to put on trial some of the people that you say should come back?
Well, I think this has been a bit of a red herring, really. We've got some of the most flexible terrorism laws on the planet, some of the most wide-ranging ones, so wide-ranging that some of them have been struck down as being employed in a prejudicial way over a long period of time. So the idea that someone who goes and joins a prescribed organisation like ISIS could not be prosecuted just by the mere fact of them joining it is a complete red herring. It is already a criminal offence, a very serious one, and a person's membership or joining of that organisation would well be within the purview of the UK courts to very easily and frankly not very complicated way prosecute and then punish for.
So do you think tonight it might be said, wherever she is, that Shamima Begum would be praising the President?
I wouldn't presume that. I would say that the President of the United States' position is a very basic and a very moral one on this one issue, and I think it's difficult for anyone to disagree with it, really.
Tasneem Akunji, you are the lawyer representing the family of Shamima Begum. Many thanks indeed for your time. I think it is, do you know, for I'm going to be perhaps a bit prescriptive here, but for your standard issue Trump supporter, that would throw them, wouldn't it? The president saying you've got to take them back. That is the America First policy that you may well have thought that you agreed with, that is impacting on you in a way that you disagree with. Simon's in Beaconsfield tonight on the NHS.